Hey kiddos, welcome to this week's assignment where we are looking at subtracting across zeros. We're going to be looking at the two methods we talked about in class, whether we subtract using traditional borrowing or if we do what we talked about in class, which was the distance dance. Because when we're talking about subtraction, we're talking about the distance between these two numbers, and we can edit or alter our question when it comes to borrowing to make it a little bit easier for us to subtract. So starting off with traditional borrowing, 0 minus 5, I can't do it. I'm going to make it a 10. My 8 becomes a 7, and I take that 10 stick and break it into 10 ones. Now I can subtract. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 6 is 1. If I rewrite this using the distance dance and I take 1 away from each of these numbers, I now have 79 minus 64. 9 minus 4 is 5. 7 minus 6 is 1 without any traditional borrowing. Over here, doing the same thing, 0 minus 2, I can't do that, but I can make my 9 into an 8, and I can take that 10 stick and break it into 10 ones. 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. If I do the distance dance and take 1 from each, I have 89 minus 41, which also gives me 48. Coming down here, borrow from my 6 and give it 10 ones. 10 minus 3 is 7. 5 minus 3 is 2. If we do the distance dance, it becomes 59 minus 32, which also gives you 27. Over here, 7 becomes a 6, and I give my 0 10 ones. 10 minus 8 is 2. 6 minus 5 is 1. If I take 1 from each, I end up with 69 minus 57, which still gives me my 12. Last two down the bottom. 7 becomes a 6, and I give my 10 ones. 10 minus 6 is 4. 6 minus 2 is 4. If I use my distance dance, I have 69 minus 25, which is also 44. Last one for this page. 9 becomes an 8, and I give my 10 ones. 10 minus 7 is 3. 8 minus 1 is 7. Or I could say it's the same as 89 minus 16, which also gives me 73. That is the end of our first page. If you have questions, please bring them with you to class. All right, little loves, second page, looking at subtracting across zeros with the double borrow, or we can still do the distance dance. We're going to look at both because honoring both strategies and everyone's way of thinking is super important. So for this, 0 minus 1, I can't do. I go next door, I have a 0. I have to go all the way to the 6, and I have to share all the way out. So my 6 becomes a 5, and my 0 becomes a 10. Now my first 0 can look next door and say, I need to borrow. So this 10 now becomes a 9, and my 0 becomes a 10. Now I can do my subtraction. 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. 5 minus nothing is 5. If I take 1 from each, I end up with 599 minus 20, which also gives me 579. This strategy is really, really helpful when we get into the land of double borrowing. 300 minus 95, we're going to do the same thing. Go to the 3, it becomes a 2. Give our 10. Take from our 10, it becomes a 9. Give our 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 9 is 0. 2 minus nothing is 2. If I use my alternate strategy, I have 299 minus 94, which is also 205. Coming down here, doing our double borrow. 5 is a 4, 0 is a 10. 10 is a 9, 0 is a 10. Now I can subtract. 10 minus 3 is 7, 9 minus 7 is 2, 4 minus nothing is 4. If we use our alternate strategy, we end up with 499 minus 72, which is also 427. Down here, 1 becomes a 0. 0 becomes a 10. 10 becomes a 9. 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 4 is 5. Nothing minus nothing is nothing. Using our alternate strategy, we have 99 minus 46, which also gives us 53. 2 more down here with the double borrow. 4 is a 3. 0 is a 10. 10 is a 9. 0 is a 10. Now everyone has what they need. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 5 is 4. 3 minus nothing is 3. Alternate strategy gives us 399 minus 51, which is still 348. Last one for this page. 2 is a 1, 0 is a 10. 10 is a 9, 0 is a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 6 is 3. 1 minus nothing is 1, or 199 minus 67 still gives us 132. If you have questions on this screen, go ahead and bring them with you to class. All right, one more page of double borrowing, and then we get into our word problems. So starting all the way off with the 8 is a 7, 0 is a 10. 10 is a 9, 0 is a 10. Now I can subtract. 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 1 is 8, 7 minus 7 is 0. Or 799 minus 714, which still gives us 85. We're talking about the distance between the numbers. If we take one from each, the distance doesn't change. Each number takes one step closer to the 0 that way. 7 is a 6, 0 is a 10. 10 is a 9, 0 is a 10. 10 take away 7 is 3. 9 take away 0 is 9. 6 take away 3 is 3. Or 699 take away 306 still gives you 393. Over here, double borrow. 5 is a 4, 0 is a 10. 10 is a 9, 0 is a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. Or 499 minus 355 still gives you the same thing. 4 is a 3. 0 is a 10. Well, let me change my color. 10 is a 9. 0 is a 10. 10 take away 7 is 3. 9 take away 6 is 3. 3 take away 2 is 1. Or 399 take away 266. Same distance, same answer. 2 more until we get into the land of word problems. 6 is a 5. 0 is 10. 10 is a 9. 0 is a 10. 10 take away 3 is 7. 9 take away 8 is 1. 5 take away 1 is 4. Or 599 minus 182, same distance, same answer. Last one on our direct double borrow. 9 is an 8. Whoop, it just switched my pen. I don't want that one. Here we go. 9 is an 8. 0 is a 10. 10 is a 9. 0 is a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. 8 minus 4 is 4. Or 899 minus 472. Same distance, same answer. Questions on these? Go ahead and bring them with you to class. All right, little loves, the last 2 pages are looking at word problems. With word problems, we need to ask ourselves, what are they asking me to do? What numbers are they giving me to use? And then I need to solve. So the first one says, a bakery cooked 800 cupcakes in the morning and sold 57 in the afternoon. How many cupcakes did they have left? What are they asking me to do? When they say, did they have left? They're asking me to subtract. What numbers are they giving me to use? They're giving me 857. So this question is asking me to do 800 minus 57. Now I can solve. 8 is 7, 0 is 10, 10 is 9, 0 is 10. 10 minus 7 is 3, 9 minus 5 is 4, 7 minus nothing is 7, or 799 minus 56. Next question. There are 400 students in the school and 95 of them are absent. How many students are present? What are they asking me to do? Find out how many students are left or present. What numbers are they giving me to use? 495. Since the 95 are absent, I'm going to need to subtract them because absent tells me that they are missing or not at school. For this one, I'm going to do just the direct distance dance. 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 9 is 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. There are 305 students present. There are 305 students present down here. Emma had 600 stickers in her collection. She traded 73 stickers with her friend. How many stickers does Emma have now? Well, if she gave some to her friend, that means that they are exiting her collection, or she is going to have less. They gave me the numbers 673. So that's what I'm going to use. 600 minus 73. We'll do direct double borrowing here. 6 minus 1 is 5. 0 becomes a 10. Let me change my colors so they're alternate. There we go. 10 is a 9, and 0 is a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. 5 minus nothing is 5. She has 527 stickers. That's how many she has. That's her stickers. A library had 700 books on its shelves, and the readers borrowed 89 books. How many books are still in the library? They're asking me to subtract their starting books minus the borrowed books. This time we'll do our distance dance strategy. 699 minus 88. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 8 is 1. 6 minus nothing is 6. There are 611 books left or remaining. All right, last two. A farmer harvested 900 apples from one tree, and 25 of those apples are rotten. How many good apples did the farmer harvest? So we've harvested 900 apples, but 25 are rotten, which means they are not good. We cannot sell them. I want to see how many are good. 9 becomes 8, 0 becomes 10. 10 becomes 9, 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 2 is 7, 8 minus nothing is 8. 875 good apples that could be sold or eaten. Last one. Sarah has $300 saved from her allowance, and she spent $57 on a new toy. How much money does she have left? So she started with $300. She spent, which means we're subtracting $57. What does she have left? Let's do our new strategy. 300 minus 1 is 299. 57 minus 1 is 56. 9 minus 6 is 3. 9 minus 5 is 4. 2 minus nothing is 2. She has $243 left. That brings us to the end of page 4. If you have questions, please bring them to class. Last page of word problems. As a reminder, when we're doing word problems, we're thinking, what are they asking me to do? What numbers are they giving me to use? And then finally, I need to solve. It says a car needs to travel 500 miles. If 256 of those miles were on Monday, how many miles does the car have left to travel on Tuesday? So we need to go 500 miles. We've traveled 256. Let's see what's left. 5 is a 4, 0 is a 10. 10 is a 9, 0 is a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, 9 minus 5 is 4, 4 minus 2 is 2. We have 244 miles left. David had 700 baseball cards and decided to sell 363 of them at a card show. How many baseball cards does David have now? So we started with 700 and we sold, which means they're leaving us 363. So we can say that that is the same distance as 699 minus 362. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 minus 6 is 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. 337 cards or baseball cards are remaining. Down here, there are 600 students in the school cafeteria and 449 of them left to attend a field trip. How many students are still in the cafeteria? So we started with 600 and 449 left. What do we have? 6 becomes 5, 0 becomes 10. 10 becomes 9, 9 becomes 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. 151 students. It's always good to label our word problems so we know what that number means. A store had 800 shirts in stock and sold 573 shirts during a sale event. How many shirts are left? We started with 800, but we sold, or they left us, 573. If we do the distance dance, that is the same distance as 799 minus 572. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. So I have 227 shirts left. Speaking of left, we have 2 more problems. Almost done. There were 400 passengers on the train. 157 of them got off at the first stop. How many passengers are still on the train? So I started with 400. 157 have left. 4 becomes 3. 0 is 10. 10 becomes 9. 0 is 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 5 is 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. 243 passengers. That's how many I have left. Last one for this week, loves. A farmer picked 600 strawberries in the morning and sold 454 in the afternoon. How many strawberries did the farmer have left? So we started with 600 and we sold 454, which sounds like a really great sale. Let's see how many we're left with. If we do our distance dance, 9 minus 3 is 6. 9 minus 5 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. We have 146 strawberries left. All right, love bugs, that brings us to the end of this week's work. Please bring any questions to class. Have a good week.